Hey guys, so what I'm going to do on this video is I'm just going to go through the match update, and I'm going to select the squad for my next team. I'm going to talk you through things as I go through it, but this isn't so much a tutorial as you guys can watch what I do, to hopefully show you how simple it is. Obviously the videos relating to this were quite long because obviously I'm explaining things, so I'm just going to go straight into it. Now, some of this I have done before, and I'm going through it again just for the benefit of the video. So I've watched this game and I won 2-0, so I'm going to check my league position. So I'm still top, 4 points clear of second, 7 points clear of the playoffs, which I'm happy about. So I'm going to check the fixtures for the next game, just to determine how important the next game is. MK Dons seem to be slipping downwards. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, they've not been online for a while. That's why. That's a shame, because MK Dons we were really challenging at one stage. The next rival, Warsaw, seemed to be having the game that I just played. So obviously I've just beaten Anderlecht, so I'm going to expect Warsaw to win. Swindon, right, let's have a little look at Swindon. Right, okay, I think that they're just going to be... That's right, I was going to bring some new players in for that game. Right, okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to update. So, selection. So, this is actually the boring bit, in my opinion. Skills. What's quite handy is in one of my other teams, my World 8 team, a lot of the players that I bought, they've now done their minimum time with the club. So all of these NFSs have disappeared, which just means that my screen isn't littered with quite so much. Can just get rid of that. Right, paste. There we go. Obviously, part of the reason I'm not actually explaining this, I have explained it on another video, but obviously because you've got the video, you can just hit the paste button. Just going to check the injury list. Yeah, that's fine. So fixtures. Yeah, because obviously if you want to, I mean, you've got the other videos for reference, and like I say, you can always pause and rewind this. Right, so, but it'll just be nice just to see it happening. So Swindon, why haven't I got a result for Swindon? Because I haven't played them yet, you Egypt. Right, so let's have a look at the team. Right, so I want to do the matches. So that was match day 47, wasn't it? I think I actually I moved the day along by accident, and I've tried some new players out. I'll show you this in a little while. Let me just Stephanie, Kennelson, Woo Burnett, Combs. I like Combs. He's a good little player. He does well for me. I don't know if you're the same, but as goal scorers and things, they pop up. These names come up over and again, and you start to their names start to stick in your head. So in case you've forgotten with the last video, I've used one for yeah, that's not right, is it? Right, 48. Is that because I haven't moved that along? Why? Yeah, I've moved it along too much, haven't I? 48. Yeah, that should be. That's strange. Yeah, that's because it's moved it along for me. This is the one bit I'm actually getting in a muddle myself. Right, so move that along, and then that goes to 39, and then it goes green, which means it's right. So yeah, it's brought that team in, which means that our sharpnesses, I've got to work on that, you know, because now it's, oh actually no, see this player here, Morgan, I don't even know why he's claiming he's almost sharp. Maybe he played in week 38. I bet that's what it was. Right, week 38. Who is it? Morgan. Yeah, look, he had a game then. So yeah. Right. Yeah, something I've noticed, and it's changed again actually. I haven't done a senior train, have I? Salt install. Yeah, basically what's happened is the way that I've done my important stats, 3 of my first teamers aren't actually the best selection. I noticed that this morning. Noticed the lineup. My first team should have Radu and Bryant in, and I didn't. I put Wu and Burnett in, which is quite exciting because I've replaced a 30-year-old and a 24-year-old with a 19 and a 20-year-old. Unfortunately, and both of those players that have come out, they're fringe players, so I can afford to have them sit down. They're on a low wage, so I can either sell. I might have a look at him. I might get rid of him. There's any point in having a 30-year-old on the bench. 3 million. I might as well transfer list him. There's really no point in having a 30-year-old sitting on the bench, is there? You know, if he was 21, 25, even on that wage, fringe player, I'd go for it. So I'm gonna change that team around. Swindon's not an important game, so I always get worried about trying new goalkeepers, because obviously goalkeeper, that's final. But look, I mean, my first team keeper's got a rating of 72. Let me have a look at the selection. I know people say ignore what the system says, but Gada's 72, Bowyer's 63. But if you look, Bowyer's got a higher handling, a little bit more strength. Yeah. Aerial's not too bad. Tactic speed's about the same, and Bowyer comes out at 1 point high, so I'm going to give him a shot, because I think he's ready, and I think also if it all goes wrong, I can afford to throw that game. I'm 4 points clear at the top, so I think this is the stage. Let me have a look. Right, I'm 7 points in front of MK Dons, who don't look like they're doing much. So let's say if I lost one game in 8, I think that isn't going to be the end of the world. So 6 and 7, Wu and Burnett. Should I replace Combs? Combs has got an energy level of 90. Right, so that's what my team's going to look like. And my problem is going to be Combs. AMR 49, 49, that's a big jump, isn't it? Let's go into the training. Let's go into AMR 56, 58. I could bring, there we go, I could bring Bryant in. Brilliant. So there we go, like, I've just worked out that Combs is 58, Bryant is 56 in that position, which would be better than bringing in the AMR replacement. So yeah, Bryant's going to play a game, but Bryant's going to go into number 8. Bryant, where's he gone? 8. Lovely. Right, so that's that team selection done. So Cotman 12. This is just really just to do sharpnesses. Morgan and Crudery. 13, 14. And he's going to be my lucky 15. Oops. He's going to be my lucky 15. It's going to be. I see nothing. Just put him in. I've got to, because I've put him in the wrong position. He's a centre midfield, and I put him down as a left defence. So 15. So that's now. I'm just going to redo the selection. Just make sure they're all less than sharp. Excellent. Look at any. He's already picked. Backing in. I think he's actually going to be all right. Burnett is playing. Backing in. He's demanding. He's actually going to be a long way off. Yeah, I bought him for next season. That's what it is, because this guy's going to retire. Right, so what am I looking at? Backing in. He's played 60%. I think he'll be right. So that's my team selected. So what I'm going to do next is opponent. I haven't done the opponent yet. So right. So let's have a quick look, a quick comparison between the two teams. Squad. Right, A1 post special. Like I say, there will be a button to do all of this for you. What? You know what I've done, don't you? Unhide. I didn't do. Hang on. Unhide. There we go. Right. This so needs that macro button, because it needs to delete the old selections first. It's still. Here we go. Because this squad is smaller than the last squad that I put in. It's not overwriting all of the details. So this is something I've got to do. I actually got 11. Got my biggest attendance ever. I've been getting about 9,000 people. So I've stopped expanding my stadium. I was going to do a big old expansion next season during the close season. That didn't change anything. Right. Yeah, so with 11,000, I think I'm going to just... I think because I've just won the Grand Prix trophy, it's put my club rep up. Right, so I can play down the left or the centre. So I think that's just made my tactics for me, isn't it? Team tactics. Because I played long ball in one of my games. and I like to play direct, but I'm going to play down both wings. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check the last 2 games for Swindon, just to make sure that their tactics, that I'm ready for them. Alright, mix. That's what I kind of expected from a computer control team. They counter attack. Right, so I'm going to play my normal direct passing because that suits me. It's shooting and speed. No, sorry, it's this. What is it? Through ball. Yeah, that suits me. Passing, short. That's what I like, and I like to play down both wings. Defensive, counter attack. Right, so that's my team already, and that game will be played 9:15 tonight. So hopefully that showed you how easy it is, even with a system that hasn't finished. Haven't built all the macro buttons yet. But this is actually what the videos I did before. Update. This is actually an update. This could replace, if you knew everything already, it could actually replace updating your team after a match and selecting your team for the next match. So I'm going to leave it there. You guys take care.